and it's balanced still. It lacks a little mouthfeel, um, but the lemon is just it's too pronounced. I mean, it's good, but it's not. It wasn't what I was going for. So that's going to need some tweaking. And I revisited the honey nut Mysterios after a good long steep, and it's good. It's good. The oats have came up. I still think I need to find a better flavoring for that Circle O's uh, profile. I think that would really set it off. But it's balanced and it's tasty. It's sweet. It's syrupy and tastes like a cereal milk. Just not quite fully there. Um, Renamed some stuff. I finally found the name for the reserve. I decided to call it Sir Newton's Headache because it's a apple bourbon butterscotch.
Nice
So,
label. Nice
so
looking label there.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just switched to these. I got the nicotine warning on it. This is a matte finish. I think I'm going to order the clear finish because my original bottles when I first started I was using a label maker and it looked like it was inscribed on the bottle. You couldn't see the label. So I think if I get the clear ones, it'll look like it's just floating on the bottle, and it'll also hide imperfections. Like you see, this side is really wide. My printer is cheap, and this side is really short, so it sets
Oh
my
yeah, yeah.
OCD. It sets my OCD off really bad. It's like that's not square, and nothing I could do could fix it. It's like I tried my print settings, but it's
Was that a Mitch Hogarth white setting, slating in the
yeah.
background?
That was a Mitch Hogarth's mom setting.
Oh, I'm
That was
But,
mom running through to grab a garbage bag.
and
From the
That just gave the
screen, so-
illusion of the green screen away, though. She ruined it.
Dang it.
No, he pre-programmed his mom walking into the garage.
Well, that's it for me. So let's go to Mitch's mom. Let's go that way.
Yeah, take it away. Last night I did mix up a bunch of the stuff I've been vaping on. A couple more bottles of raspberry cheesecake, the mixed berry lemonade, the Pitts mango lemonade, and another bottle of the Just a Dream, the orange creamsicle that I'm working on. That's basically what I've worked on yesterday. Did send out some more packages. Finally mixed up a bottle of the mixed berry lemonade in a 10 milligram 50/50 for somebody. They're really digging it. Oh, I did make one of those for myself too that I'm gonna throw in one of my reloads hopefully this evening and give it a test run. Nothing really new and out of the ordinary, just kind of the stuff that I've been really digging lately. I'm liking that the mango lemonade. It's different. Then I'm really glad that I went with the nectarine in that to mellow out the natural mango. It was definitely the right move. But that's kind of about it. Yeah. What about you, Chris?
Actually, I've been doing some mixing, but nothing really super crazy. Actually, just earlier on, I mixed up 360s of this. Well, it's basically okay. So it's not really a cannoli because I was trying for a cannoli and like a cannoli shell forward cannoli. So it would still have like that creaminess and the filling of a cannoli, but I was going for like a shell heavy because all the ones that I ever try always seem to be pretty much like barely any shell. And I really like the shell part of a cannoli. And to me, when I eat a cannoli, a lot of what I taste is the shell. And then you get that creaminess with it, but it's not instead of.
Eggnog?
egg roll.
Oh,
Egg roll. Ooh.
Yeah, remember we looked at that last
We looked at the egg roll
Yeah,
last
we were
time.
talking about
Health
it.
Cabin egg roll.
Who makes that?
Health Cabin.
Health Cabin egg roll. I'm making a note.
Yeah,
I didn't do it last week. I'm making a note right now.
Coming on the show. I brought my notepad.
So that might actually change it because of the way that I tried to make the shell. There's nothing in it that's cannoli. and it kind of, to me, it's kind of cinnamon roll-esque, but like I literally have put in like 0.6% of cinnamon Danish swirl, and I like tried to add to it because I wanted to get that cinnamon bakedness. And then I try. So, anyways, ultimately, I'm really enjoying it a lot. It's just I kind of missed my mark. It's like what Sifu said about that donut. Like that donut was good, but it was too lemony for him. This
Yeah,
is
it
like a
wasn't
little
what I
too
was going for.
cakey. And actually, I actually sent some to Sean about a month ago, Sean Typhon, and he kind of summed it up perfectly well. He said that it was really good, but it's not, to him, was not a cannoli. It was like a cannoli had sex with like a cinnamon Danish, and that's what the baby is like. So it's on its way. Like I said, I like it, and I did a couple of little tweaks, but it's still kind of the same recipe. So I might
I
have
want
to
some
get
cinnamon
some of that.
babies. That's what I want. Some
Yeah.
cinnamon
Makes
babies.
me think of a stuffed
Yeah.
churro. Have you
Oof.
ever had a stuffed churro?
Oh yeah.
Well, you
No,
see, I do have a churro flavoring. I
I put
wonder
those
if that
cinnamon
would
babies
work
up for
better.
adoption.
But see,
Gotta go.
that'll be a little bit cakey too. So I kind of like that egg roll idea.
Yeah.
That's
No,
something that
yeah.
I'm gonna have
I
to
would say
look
go
into.
with the egg roll.
Other than that, honestly, I don't think that I've really mixed up that much recently. I've kind of done a few things for myself, like mixed up some vanilla custard, some butterscotch custard, just the stocks were getting low for myself, and those are things that I kind of always need to have, and I also like to really age them out. So I had like maybe one bottle of each one left, and I know that I'll probably end up cracking into them in a week. And then if I didn't make some stuff, then that means that I'm going to be vaping it before I like to vape it. So other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, that's a problem though. It's like we were talking earlier. You mixing for other people, and then you forget to mix for yourself. And then my wife was like, "Hey, I need juice." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay."
Well, you see, I don't really mix for other people. I'm lazy or I'm forgetful. It's one or the other. Like I think about it and I'll like mix like 4 bottles of vanilla custard, and then I just put them in a steep box. So without me like going through every bottle and being like, oh yeah, oh, I don't make like a list and say like, oh, I have 4 bottles. Like there's not like that running, what is that word called? I'm lost for that word.
Tally?
Stock?
Stock? Yeah.
Whatever. I don't keep an eye on my stock as much as I should.
Inventory.
So that's just something that I've been doing, which has been taking up my time, that I've been doing DIY stuff. But how about you, Addy? You're always mixing. So what
Oh
do you?
yeah. Well,
with?
I love Fresh 03, and I'm always on his show on Saturdays, so we do 1 or 2 mixes there. And now I'm on Wendy Vape's channel, and we do 1 or 2 mixes there, so I always got something going. Working on a whipped pineapple. DeMillan wanted something like a whipped pineapple, so this is a pineapple.
Oh, yeah, baby, makes me want to go to Disney.
Yeah, that's it. Some coconut custard, some soft banana, a whole lot of liquid bar and ice cream, some 101 whipped cream, and just a hint of cold pressed lime, and it's nice. I think those guys, I had to jump out, but I think they added up a little bit more pineapple because they wanted it like that. Remember that Dole whipped?
Yeah.
Whipped Dole back, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. I think that's kind of what DeMillan wanted. And then I'm working on,
Disneyland has.
well, I did a cherry blossom Saturday on Fresh's show, Fresh 03 show. And that was TFA cherry blossom, some country apple, a little vanilla swirl because I haven't used it in a long time. Some shape up pear and some VSO cherry.
That actually, that sounds interesting. I'd be
All
willing
this
to give that a
VSO,
try.
y'all are making me jealous. I need to just order it.
Yeah.
Dude, I ordered so much. I can't.
All the
wait.
VSO, bring it to me.
All of it. It's all
That's
good.
pretty much what I did. Except the stranger ones, like the I didn't order like tomato or whatever. But I ordered like
the
20,
tomato.
30 little bottles.
I did a fried green tomato. It tastes just like it's good.
Like that might be good, but I just don't. For me, wouldn't even want to like taste test that.
It seems weird, but it's like a fun experience, to do the savory stuff. I mean, I draw the line at bacon because there isn't a good bacon. Only Giancarlo could do like a good bacon. But
Yeah, I would draw my line well before bacon, I think.
and I did something crazy. I got into the 21st century, you guys.
You bought a digital
What?
scale?
Oh, there it is, baby.
What?
Look
Take
out!
that, Frank Wolf.
I really wish you would have pulled out.
Bite me.
I wish you would have pulled out one of the old school ones that you move the little lever.
Yeah.
in the-
A balance beam scale.
Yeah, like one of those ones with like the tray on each
some of
side.
the bottles, you know.
Hey, you mix how you mix, man.
That's it.
Awesome. All right, so let's just jump into some mixing. So when I hit Addy Tooney about us doing the show, I wanted him to pick the theme for the show, and he was all like, was it mango lemonade is what you wanted me to make? And I was like, okay, so you just want us to make a mango lemonade? And he's like, no, you know what? Just go with a
Right
mango
here.
something.
That's what I make.
There you go. And
Yeah.
I just went with that.
just should have gone with that. But so, and it was ironic because I had just done this one, which is like a mango, I don't even know, passion fruit mix thingy. I'm liking it. It tastes good, but it's really all over the place. But so I was like, all right, guys, so it's a mango, like Iron Chef face off type thing. We'll see who comes up with what recipe. We've looked at each other's recipes to one extent or another. I know, Mitch, yours is gonna be bonkers. So if anything, you want to go first since you're gonna take the long.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Let's
Sure.
get it going.
Yeah.
We'll give you that head start.
It's called Cerealously Mango Voodoo-ish Donut, and it's a frosted flake coated donut with like a mango kind of apple pie sort of filling, and I kind of envision like a Greek yogurt kind of creamy kind of finish to it. I don't know. I had a donut on my mind. I was inspired by one of our local bakery, and it's ridiculous. There's like 12 things in it, and I don't know. It could either be really good or it's gonna crash and burn. So we're just gonna send it. Just gonna send it.
Wow, cool. Interesting. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Yes,
you look at the
there
recipe, like I was looking at it, I was like, okay, like there's a lot going on, but you never know.
Is it up live? Did you make the recipe live?
Yeah, it's up.
Well, I better post up them links then. Now
Well, we gotta get the guy. We invite him on the show, and he's got to do all the work.
He's gonna do all the work.
Well, now I got to take a look at this thing. I'm really curious about it. All right, links going up.
All right.
Yeah, so I have it. Any of you guys have the flavor art Indian special mango?
I do.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
Oh, it's so
Has it?
good.
Yeah, that's a good one. I use it often, so I decided not to use it today. So.
I want to try out because VSO is a mango. I haven't tried it out. I think I'm going to try that today.
Nice.
All right, where's Hogarth's Yogurts here?
All right. Well, all that's going on. Who wants to go next? Sifu, you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Awesome.
I am doing I'm calling it Such Is Mango because we were talking about that SNL skit with Chris Kattan. And, so you can't pay a rainbow to be less beautiful. No, Such is mango. So this is kind of a cactus mango. I'm going with a little bit of botanical gin from BTA. I'm going to pair that with the cactus for brightness. And I'm going to use the shisha mango from Inuara and flavora mango with a little bit of sweet guava and some super sweet. I'm hoping that it's going to be really, really deep mango with like a nice bright overtone. That's what I'm doing tonight.
Nice.
All right, well, I guess I'll jump in. All right, so the last 4 or 5 days, I think I've been vaping on this, which is it's Pango from Transistor, and it's kind of weird. Like I wouldn't say that I love it, but I think that it tastes good. But I also think that there's not enough to it for me to like keep me going. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
like it's very much just like if you ever had Tango Melon from them, it's like that whatever mango they use, which I think it's just Capella's like sweet mango. It's like there just needs to be more to it. So I started thinking, oh, like maybe I can make like a pineapple mango. And then I was like, maybe I need to make a pineapple mango citrus because I've had lots of mango citruses in the past and I really like them. So I have a feeling that I ended up using the wrong lemon, but I don't really have that many lemons. So it was kind of like it was either I used this lemon or I omitted lemon and then it wouldn't be citrus. So I'm using funky pineapple from Mullenberry at 1.5%, lemon Sicily from Flavor Art at 0.75%, pineapple from Flavora at 2.5%. I'm using a little bit of super sweet, some sweet mango at 2%, and tropical mango from Mullenberry at 1%. So I'm kind of in my comfort zone of less than 10% in the flavoring department because I'm at 8. And yeah, I guess we'll see if it's going to be good or not. I'm hoping it's going to be good. Like I think it should be all right, but whether or not it will bring true to that, I guess we're going to have to wait and find out. Clown, you're the only one that hasn't said what you're going to make, right?
Yeah. Well, me and Toonie.
Oh, well, sorry. I don't know if Toonie even knows it. He was talking about how he wanted to just use our mangoes.
I just figured it out.
Awesome. I don't know. Do you want to go and have the honors or
Go
something?
ahead, Clown, if you're ready, brother.
All right. So what I am doing is a mango smoothie. I was seriously racking my brain. I didn't know. I just knew mango, and that was it. And then I saw this guy right here. So I'm like, you know what? Let's give it a shot and see.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay. See, I wanted that go ahead. So with that, I'm gonna be doing the Capella's apricot, Perillum's cranberry orange, then the Island mango from Wonder Flavors. I've been really just digging this. The kiwi from Flavora. Just see how this goes. Honestly, I'm not even sure how great this will be, but we're gonna give it a shot. And then the Flavora smoothie base and a little bit of sweetener because why not? So we'll see. I'm curious, nervous, and excited all at the same time. We'll see how this goes.
Well, that sounds good. I think it'll work. I made I don't know, it's got to be like a month ago now. I made a nice mango lemonade with the Indian Special and some VSO lemon. I think like I use it pretty high at 2%.
Yeah.
But I used I think like 0.2% one-on-one whipped cream just to take a little bit of edge off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that works really well. To take just a little edge off that lemon and that mango.
Yeah.
But that mix we made on Wendy Vapes last night was, that whipped pineapple. I think I'm just going to take out the pineapple and put mango in there because I think that'll work pretty good too.
Why not? When you have a good base, why mess with it,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so weird that I have a scale because now I have to go into ELR and develop my recipe kind of over there and then get the grams and then make my recipe over here. I mean, it helps out because you get a lot more done at the same time. You get your recipe up but it's just not something I'm
You
used
don't have to go back, right? And fill it out after and figure all that out.
Well, then I have to go back and type notes and stuff. but that's all right. At least the recipe's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed on Fresh's shows, you guys don't really post the recipes until you feel it's a good one. Is that on purpose?
Well, we sometimes we put them up and sometimes we wait because sometimes it turns into a dumpster fire after 3 days.
Yeah.
But and I
Now,
wouldn't say it's rare that you nail it on the first time, but there's always some adjustments, you know, just to tweak it in.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but you can always adjust it on the fly, right? Like, I
Yeah,
think that most people, well, I guess it depends, but most people are gonna know if they're watching you mix it on the show, and then they're like, "Oh, that sounds really good. I'm gonna go check out Addy on ELR." They're gonna know that it's like working recipe, right? Like I mean, maybe people think that you're such a god, which, you know,
Oh, God,
rightfully
no.
so. That like you just touch everything and everything's amazing, but like
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that we all know that that's not necessarily true.
Just
You're on
ask
like a better track
my
than most
wife.
people, but yeah.
It's funny because all I'm thinking is like we just talked about this like 2-3 episodes ago. We're gonna get Addy Tooney at one of those wrestling belts, and it's gonna have like pipettes
Yeah.
on the side. Now we got to put a scale in the middle though, since he's got
Yeah.
a scale now.
You know, I have like a whole notebook full of dumpster fires when I first started mixing.
Oh yeah.
When I want a good laugh, I go back in here and start looking, you know, like Honeywood Tobacco, Flavor West, like some really garbage flavors.
Oh, I mean, if people were to show their private end of their ELRs, you would see so much garbage. Oh man, at least on mine for sure, you'd be like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, it's a damn mess.
Well, I remember like when I first started, I didn't really think about flavor houses, like which ones might be good, which ones might be bad. I would just be like, oh, Flavor West has all these flavors, I'll buy them all. Or whoever else, right? Flavor West, there's probably like 3 flavors that I ever use of like 30 that I have, because I just don't think that the other ones are very good. Now, other people might think so. I just don't like them. And I think that sometimes personal preference is obviously going to affect the way that you are as a mixer.
Right.
Do you have like your favorite flavor houses?
You know, after a while, you learn that every single flavor house has bangers, and they all have like terrible flavorings too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same. It's the same with every house, you know. And that's it. It kind of sucks because you can't just, you know, go and buy Capella's whole line and
Expect everything to be good.
Right.
Yeah.
To, you know, to say, okay, well, here's the best mango, here's the best blueberry, because it's just not going to be that way. But it makes it fun too.
In like my earlier days, I tried a lot of TFA stuff, and I just grew to hate it because it was all garbage. Like whatever I tried of TFA, so I've kind of revisited them, and they do have some pretty good ones out there. But
oh yeah, their Bavarian cream is amazing. Their vanilla custard is good too.
Yeah, both of them.
And
I like both of them.
Sifu will definitely agree with me. Their oatmeal cookie is the bomb.
Yeah.
That's the bomb diggity. Well, I am mixed up, and I guess I'm ready to talk a little bit. You guys are still mixing?
I'm vaping already.
I gotta get my butt over to ELR.
Dude, I made my max PG and I did not want to. There we are.
So I didn't think that this was possible, but I overpowered the cactus.
Wow.
So if you ever vaped anything with the Inuara cactus, you know that it has a very sharp, bright note. And I think that this shisha mango is just punching it right in the kicking it right in the shin. I might have to up the cactus a little bit here.
My baby, you warthog from hell.
I'm telling you, man, take this. This shisha is holding its own here, and it's wonderful. It's syrupy. It's dark the mango is dark like I wanted, and but I'm just not getting the brightness. I know the gin is there because it has that bite. But I think I might up the. Well, I'm already at 2% of guava. I think I might up the cactus and see if I could get it a little more tart. I think I'll do that right now.
Nice.
But you know what's fun about doing a straight fruit is that you can shake it and vape it and get a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mitch is going to take about a month for his to come in.
It tastes pretty good off the knuckle. was kind of worried. Smells pretty good.
So I'm going to
I'm shaking mine.
double.
So Overdrip, what's with this whole
With no
strawberry
eye
cheesecake
contact?
thing?
What the
No,
hell,
dude.
Chris?
Matty J, like, he messaged me on Instagram and he's like, yo, dude, he's like, do you think that you could make like a sweet strawberry cheesecake? And I'm like, I mean, I guess I could, but you know, like that's not really my speed. Like I don't love sweet stuff. And like the way that it just was kind of worded to me meant like he wanted it fucking sweet. He didn't want like a nice cheesecake. He wanted sweet.
Oh, yes. Thank you for that order, by the way.
Yeah, well, that's why I sort of steered him that way. I'm like, well, I've heard like pretty positive things about Duchess Von Cheesecake. I was like, maybe you should check that out.
Well, I did make his order, and he asked for extra sweetener and everything. So
Wow.
he ordered
Maddie's
the root
a pretty
beer.
sweet dude, so
Yeah,
it
he
makes
wanted
sense.
he got the root beer and he got the Duchess, and so after I mixed them, I took my super sweet and just kind of
Dumped it.
I spiked it, and then off the smell I was like, yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet. I didn't taste anything, but usually I'm at 0.5%, 0.75% most times. I guarantee you that was over 1% easy. And Duchess's cheesecake is already a little on the cereal sweet kind of things. It's got a marshmallowy type of sweetness. It's I always talk about it. It's got like a Frankenberry type of cereal type of strawberry. It's really delightful, unique, and so your boy wanted sweet. You got sweet.
Nice.
There you go. See, Matty J, I sent you to the right spot.
It's a sweet boy.
And
Come
if it
get your
had came
sweetness.
from Canada, it would have taken 3 weeks. So we should just be glad that I sent you that route.
What, Matty? You already got it?
No. I think.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah, I think that he
It's
just
not
meant
like
like he ordered it
Because I put that. So we had a holiday with.
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yes,
No, that mailed today. Got my days are running together. I've worked nonstop, so my days are kind of running together. So no, that went into the mail today, Matty J. Also,
Nice.
Sean placed an order too. That went too.
We love you too, Tim. Well, I know I am going to speak for everyone. We love you, Tim.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
There it is. All right, so probably about a 1.25% of cactus, and there is the tart. I cannot
Nice.
believe that mango overpowered that cactus. But there it is. There's a tartness. It's there now. There's something about that botanical gin that gives such a bright sharpness. That's the VTA botanical gin. I've come to love it as a really nice enhancer. Like not trying to make gin mixes, but it's more like how I use meringue and marshmallow to round edges or something. This botanical gin really brings a nice brightness and sharpness to to this
juniper, right? The juniper.
Yeah, but this one is more like a high shelf gin. It's more like a Tanqueray 10. A little more, maybe not top shelf, but more middle shelf. It's delightful.
My wife loves that. The botanicals in a good gin.
But it's really playing off that mango. This shisha mango is something.
Is that VTA?
Yeah, the VTA. Yeah, it's really dark. Like the FA mango is really green. Flavora can get a little floral. But it steeps out to really syrupy. I like the Flavora because it's real syrupy. These two are pairing well together. I kind of avoided the whole mango trinity, the apricot and the peach, just because I always go to that. I wanted to try something a little different, and this is presenting nice. Very nice.
Yeah, on mine, the cranberry orange really overpowered everything. I don't know. I'm liking it, but I don't know. I'm still feeling very at odds with it.
Well, cranberry orange isn't a bad thing, right?
No, it's not. It's just it doesn't. I hope that mango comes out a little bit more.
That cranberry orange that I made last week, I could have either increased the cranberry or lowered the orange a touch because the cranberry's not coming through enough. But the cake is finally starting to come through. I was pretty happy with that.
Dude, that little one I did last week, it's having like a weird bready aftertaste, and I'm hating it. Like the initial inhale and everything's amazing, but it leaves a bready aftertaste. I'm trying to figure out what can I do to like get rid of that.
Did you put AP in it?
I need to get some AP.
No, I was asking because
No.
that can get bready.
Yeah. Well, you said Fritos, didn't you?
Yeah, Fritos.
Yeah.
Super Fritos.
Overdrip, this bottle of raspberry cheesecake that I made yesterday. I finally added. I decided I wanted to try, and I cut the New York cheesecake in half, or lowered it by half, and then added the Yes We cheesecake so it has the Yes We cheesecake, the New York cheesecake V2 from Capella, and then the cheesecake graham crust.
Yeah.
And then I did add. I'm really liking that cheesecake graham crust from Flavor Jungle. Kind of gives a little bit more of like a buttery graham cracker to it. I like the mix of that and the cheesecake graham crust from TFA together. But I'm excited to let that one steep and see how it does, adding that Yes We cheesecake.
I really like it.
Yeah, I like that flavoring a lot.
When I make a cheesecake, that'll be like my highest cheesecake.
Yeah, mine too. I've done mixes with just that, and then added some graham cracker and a little bit of Hank's and Italian cream for that little zing.
Mm-hmm.
That would work good in a cannoli too.
Yeah. That silky, creamy, Bavarian type of cream,
But they have, what's that? Mascarpone cheese. I forget who makes that one. I don't have it, but a lot of people use that for part of their filling in a cannoli.
Oh. Man, you know what? There's a lot of times where I just wish that I could order a bunch of stuff from America to like one spot and then just pick up that fucking box. And normally I would be able to do that, but right now I obviously can't because we're not even allowed to cross the border. But I was thinking that because normally I would go to Detroit every 3 months and I'd meet up with some stooges and we'd have like a day, we'd chill at a vape shop, go out for dinner, all that
Get some
stuff.
pita bread, bring some nice Lebanese pita bread home.
Oh yeah, dude, anything. I honestly try to get Skippy peanut butter because they don't sell it in Canada anymore.
Oh, there's a lot of.
I grew up on it. They like pulled out of Canada maybe 2 or 3 years ago now, so I've just like been having to stock
Is
up.
it too unhealthy?
We're mortal enemies, Chris. I'm a Jif man.
Dude, Jif
Blame
is
Canada.
garbage, bro. I'm talking
Canada.
about peanut butter. I'm not talking about like food stamp stuff. Okay, I'm talking about legit peanut.
You just
butter.
called me poor?
Food
Sorry,
stamps.
no, that was a bit harsh.
Government peanut butter.
Skippy is the best. Sorry.
Hey, don't knock that government cheese, son.
I feel like out of spite and the fact that I'm Hispanic, I'm like Peter Pan butter, peanut butter.
Okay, yeah, that's
That is government.
You
right
know
there.
what? Honestly, I don't even think I've ever even had peanut pan butter. Like
Peter Pan peanut butter.
Yeah, Peter
It's a
Pan
twister.
peanut butter.
You just
I
want
didn't
those
even know they
things.
still sold that after the big recall a couple years back where there was a massive
I don't
E.
work
coli
at a
outbreak in
traditional
it.
grocery store,
That's
so I
right.
wouldn't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of great Lebanese bakeries there in Detroit. So next, if you like pita bread and like baklava and that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe I was spoiled. Like I grew up like just outside Toronto. Like I grew up in Vaughan.
Oh yeah, so yeah,
It connects, right?
You're
And
set.
so
You're set.
international cuisine was definitely like a part of my life growing up because not only would there be restaurants and stuff, but I'd have lots of friends that parents were like fresh off the boat. You know, like a lot of my friends would be like first generation Canadians. And so I got to try a lot of different cuisines. And maybe I was spoiled, like I said, because like I'm like one of those people that like I know what a really good plate of pasta tastes like, but I also know what like a really good like shish taouk tastes like, or like a shawarma. And I can go and I've tried a bunch of really, really nice things, lots of Indian food and all that stuff. But sometimes you just need those old staples, and Skippy peanut butter is one of those for me. Okay,
Yep.
Sorry, Mitch. Sorry. Well, I'm like down on my last jar because I haven't been able to go to Detroit. But I was thinking that the next time I go, I'm probably gonna order like $300 worth of concentrates from like a bunch of American places that I can't really get the stuff without spending. Like I ordered from VSO, I ordered 20 flavors, like 20 concentrates. The shipping was $50.
Holy shit.
Right? So like you can't do that from a bunch of different places because I'll end up spending $300 or $400 on shipping.
Yeah. I blame Brian Adams.
For the VSO, I wanted to try it so bad that I was like, I'm just gonna eat it on this like big shipping price. But like I'd much rather just be able to pick it up. You know what I mean? So
Well,
that's what
hey,
I'm
Anthony.
gonna probably end up doing. Next time I'm allowed to go to America, I'm gonna probably just go fucking ham on flavorings, and hopefully they're still easily, you know, attainable at that point. Because who knows when I'm gonna even be allowed? The border is still it's constantly getting pushed
I
back.
think it's supposedly end of the month. Supposedly now, what, 25th or something?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah, I guess
Listen,
we'll
Anthony
see.
Ramella, 7-Up is superior to Sprite.
It is.
7-Up
I don't
is
know what you-
way fucking better.
So yeah, 7-Up. It goes
7-Up
7-Up,
destroys
Sprite, Sierra Mist.
Yeah. Take it back, dude. Take it back.
My wife won't allow Sprite in the house. I like Sprite.
Anthony told me once, he said that 7-Up was like poor people pop.
What?
Is it
Like
poor
that's
people
like the pop that if you go to the grocery store, it's like
It's like,
79 cents for 7-Up.
What's up with the class
but it'll be
warfare on our show?
Dude, no, this is what he told me. He said that if you go into a grocery store, 7-Up will be like 79 cents for a 2-liter, and Sprite will be $1.79.
Where the hell are
That's a
you
deal.
going that they have 7-Up for 79 cents?
That's a deal.
Okay, maybe it was
That's a deal.
$1.19.
That's just more
and
7-Up.
$1.79. Either way,
Still.
it was considerably cheaper than Sprite. And I was like, man, back home, all pop's the same price. If I get Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sprite, 7-Up, Canada Dry Ginger Ale, all of it is like expensive. It's just how it is. Like
But I blame Brian Adams for all that. Okay?
why is that?
Because he's from Canada.
Oh. Well, I mean, I don't really like Brian Adams, so we're good on that. Honestly, like any really famous Canadian musician, I'm not really a big fan of.
Well, we've all watched The Green Room. We know how much you love Celine Dion.
Oh,
How
I
about
do
Sum 41?
love Celine Dion. Oh yeah.
Rush. You like Rush.
I actually don't like Rush.
Sum
What the-
41?
Yeah. Like he's going to get ejected from his seat right now. Out of Canada, back into America.
I don't think that like Rush is trash. I just don't particularly like Rush.
Okay.
His favorite Canadian musicians are Terrence and Phillip.
Actually, you know what? Honestly, of like world famous Canadian acts, the Bare Naked Ladies would probably be my most favorite.
Ooh,
They
there you
were
go.
the very first band at the HSBC in Buffalo.
Yeah.
They broke in the auditorium.
Man, see, and to me that's pretty cool because they were really huge in Canada, and it's one of those things like I didn't really know that they were that famous until when I went to university, and I was like playing like some Bare Naked Ladies one night when I was like drinking with some people, like saying like, oh yeah, like I like these guys when I was fucking 13 years old or whatever. It was like the first concert I ever went to was Bare Naked Ladies, and a bunch of Americans were like in my dorm as well, and they heard it and they're like, oh, that's fucking Bare Naked Ladies. And I was like, you guys have fucking heard of them? Like, you guys are from America. I didn't. And they're like, they were huge, or they are huge, or whatever. And I had no idea.
So the singer got clean. He's back with the band again, so that's good news.
Nice.
Oh, is he really? Steven
Yeah.
Page got clean?
Yeah.
I want to go to a Bare Naked Ladies concert and just
Oh, it's
play
so
the
much
Big
fun.
Bang Theory song the whole time. Just play the Big Bang
Hey.
Theory song.
No,
Or-
RC
okay,
Cola.
well, you have to take a box of Kraft dinner with you.
Yeah.
So you have to
Kraft
order
dinner.
it,
It
or
can't-
I'll send it to you.
It
I'll
can't
send
be
you a
mac
box
and
of Kraft
cheese.
dinner.
It has to be Kraft
Gotta
dinner.
be
it
the
has to be Kraft
powder kind.
Right. RC Cola is doo-doo, Anthony Ramella.
Yeah, RC Cola, I can't do
Oh.
that. That's
Are you
gross.
trying to compare RC Cola to 7-Up? Because if you
No,
are,
to Coke. To Coke.
Oh.
Coke is superior.
Coke is better.
So that, I mean, and that's the worst thing about going to one of those concerts is they all this Kraft macaroni cheese powders flying all over the crowd, and you go
Yeah.
home smelling like stinky feet. It's horrible.
It's like I've gone to see Gabriel Iglesias like 3 times so far, and anytime I go, they're like, "Did you take him a cake?" I'm like, no, I did not take him a cake.
So people bring him cake.
Yeah.
Funny.
wow, that's kind of like mean. Why do they do that? Are they
'Cause
like,
he
oh
likes
yeah, you're
cake.
fat, you just eat a cake?
Because he said he likes cake. He does say bring him sugar-free cake, though, because he's diabetic now.
Sugar-free
I want-
cake. What is that? Is that even
Well,
real?
So this VSO mango is really good. It's sweet. It's natural. It's not funky like some of the mangoes can be. Yeah, it went good in this recipe with the lime, coconut custard, soft banana, a whole bunch of liquid bar and ice cream, and a little bit of 101 whipped cream. It's nice. It's mango forward, but it's a nice tropically summer vape. Because summer's winding down, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
It's a
Gladly,
bad time to
I'm
make.
not do what?
Oh, I was gonna say it's a bad time to mix fall recipes. People get angry with you because they don't want to give up summer yet.
I'm
Yeah,
ready
it's
for
like
summer
too
to be
early
over.
for all the pumpkin spice stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, before this summer, it didn't like I would vape desserty stuff all year round, even in the hot weather. But I've been on a lemonade kick with those two that I've been really happy with.
What's beer and vaping? I'm not a seasonal person. I like what I like when I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all over the place all the
Same.
time.
I'm the same. I like breakfast for
Yeah,
midnight
like, I don't
snack.
care if it's like 100 degrees out, humid as fuck. Give me some vanilla custard on a mech. I'm fucking loving it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I also love that if it's like 0 degrees and snowing. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. I could rock a really fruity vape in the dead of winter.
What's snow? What is that?
It's just like white
That's
stuff
right.
that
Your
falls from the
beats are down
sky.
south.
It
We
makes
call it
everything
ice down
look
here.
really pretty.
Oh, ice. Oh, okay. Okay.
That shit that makes you
Right.
slide all over the road when you're driving.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
you guys
yeah.
get the shaft on that because here's the deal. If you guys still get like ice, that means that you can still see everything. But when you get snow, yeah, okay, it sucks to drive in snow. But you know what else? It's you wake up and you look outside and there's a fresh like couple inches of snow and the trees are like glistening with snow and like you see no fucking garbage, no concrete, nothing. It's just snow everywhere. It makes everything look so much prettier.
See, that's how it looks here, but when you go outside, you just start slipping everywhere because it's turned into ice.
Exactly.
It does look pretty from
Okay.
your window.
I'll talk about my recipe here for a second. I don't think I like it. I'm not even sure exactly what part. I think that it might be like the mulberry tropical mango. It's like just too green for me.
I might be down with
Because
it.
like the funky pineapple I've used a bunch of times, and it's not that, and it's not the sweet mango, and it's not the Flavora pineapple. So the only thing that I'm left with is that it must be the tropical mango, and I only have it at 1%, and it's not like it's bad, but it just it's like
dry.
yeah, I don't even know if I would say it's dry. It's just like kind of tastes like unripe. And I don't even know for sure if that's what it is. And also like I'm using different cotton than I normally do right now. So maybe it has a break-in period and I've only taken like 7 or 8 toots on it.
Hey, you got some sweet. You got some sweet guava. Some Capella sweet guava.
I might. And like I said, it's not like I think it's bad. It's not what I was going for. I wanted more of like I wanted to something different. I think that's really what it comes down to.
I think if you have a little sweet guava, it'll knock off that greenness. It'll make it a little more juicy.
Yeah, because like when I knuckle it, I taste a lot of the tropical mango from Mullenberry. And when I vape it, it kind of like comes down a little bit off of that. But it's not quite like I thought it was going to be sweet. It's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be at all.
So since I had so many damn flavors in this recipe, I've been taking a hit and then processing and then setting the ones that I can taste to the side. And so far I can pick out a little hint of the Cereal 27. I can pick out a little bit of the apple pie. I get a creamy aspect, but I can't tell if I'm picking up the cream or the Greek yogurt. I get a hint of cinnamon from the cinnamon Danish. A couple of the hits, I've got a touch of the pie crust. There's definitely some fried dough aspect with the Zappola, and I get a hint of mango. I'm not picking up the nectarine, which actually is good. I really wasn't trying to. I was kind of using that to give the mango some body, but it's
muddled.
It's very muddled. I can't even part of me kind of likes it, and part of me is like, no, this is just too odd. We'll see how it turns out. Like I'm kind of interested to throw the cap on this bottle and forget about it for a couple weeks and then see what it tastes like.
I think you should. I mean, all the ingredients looks like it's going to turn out nice. You know, it's going to. There's a lot of bakery in there.
Mm-hmm. I'm really glad that. I mean, playing with the TFA pie crust in the past, the only recipe that I've made that I really like it in has been the boysenberry pie that I make. A lot of the other recipes, like at first it can be super overkill. But
it's like a super low percenter.
Oh yeah.
Like I used it in a recipe. It's actually in that cannoli recipe, and I'm using that like 0.3%. And there's some hits that I can taste it, and it's the lowest thing that I have in there.
Are you getting like a greasy, oily type of note that might be?
I'm picking that up, and I think that's the Zappola.
Yeah,
I think I'm getting that from the fried dough.
That's where I'm getting at. I think that's going to go away, and I think once your bakery stuff comes up, you know, it might bring everything together. Mm-hmm. But you guys know, like understeep custards, they're buttery, greasy, wispy. Mm-hmm. It's not very pleasant. But if you have something pleasant in your mix and you're picking it up, you can basically guarantee that, you know, once those creams and bakeries open up, that you might have something good there. Or the reverse side, it might come up and overtake all of the good other stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Clown, what are you going to do? You going to back your orange cranberry down?
Yeah, I might have to. I want to see how it goes after a couple of days, see if that mango kind of bursts out ahead of everything, but we'll see. I mean, I'm still like debating it because I am liking the orange cranberry taste, but
that's a great combo.
It's just
really
powerful.
Has an orange cranberry something flavoring.
Yeah, I think I have like a stack of Wonder Flavors over there that I haven't even touched. I've probably done 10% of them.
It's orange cranberry rice candy or something like that. It's really nice flavoring.
Yeah, I have to check out, see what I have, because I keep finding things. Like the other day we were talking about the rum and cola, and I actually have the Wonder Flavors one, so I want to give that one a shot at some point.
BSO's coming out with a cranberry. Oh man, it's really good.
Yeah, of course. Right after I just ordered from there.
Of course. He was on Fresh's show a week ago, last Tuesday, talking about all the stuff he has in the works, and it's fascinating.
Liquid Barn
Talking
has a good
about
cranberry.
his process. Yeah, he's a friend of ours.
Liquid Barn
Which
has a
The
pretty good
Liquid
cranberry
Barn
too.
cranberry cobbler is
Yeah, the
actually
cranberry
like
cobbler.
one of my favorite recipes from them.
I don't think
And it's seasonal, and you like it's only normally in stock for like a week. It drops and it's gone within a week. I
always forget to grab that one.
have I don't know if I have that much left of the last. I got like 360s of it, and that's all that's left of it. And it's super good. Although I did mix it, like it recommends 12%. I think I did it at like 10, and it just by itself with a little bit of sweetener is fucking super good.
And I
Yeah,
really
that
That might
wish
help
that I
out.
could have
Yeah, that
found
might
like
help out your cannoli a little bit. That bakery portion, that cobbler portion, that kind of caramelized portion of a cobbler might help out that cannoli a little bit too. That'd be good. I'm just starting to think, putting the pieces together.
Addie, it's funny that
A
you
little
brought up
cranberry note
the
with some cannoli.
vanilla ice cream from Liquid Barn because we were just talking about that before the show started.
It's
'Cause
so
that's
good. God.
That's the vanilla ice cream I used in the Just a Dream, the orange creamsicle that I'm working on.
Yeah,
And
good
that's my
choice.
that's one of my favorite. That's my favorite vanilla ice cream that I've found.
See, that's another one of those things. Like the only place I can find in Canada, I was saying to the guys before, like I hate paying for shipping, and if I pay for shipping in Canada, it like hurts because it's like close to $20 Canadian, which is not terrible. It's like $15 US, but there's one place and they sell Liquid Barn ice cream, and I see people using it all the time, and I've never used it. And they had a 15% off code, and I forgot to do it on the weekend. And so now I'm gonna there's a ELR code for the company, but it says on ELR it's 10% and it's actually only 5%. So I still have to spend like a good amount of money to get free shipping. Otherwise, I'm just spending $18 and I could get something for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably eventually buy it anyways because I really, really want to try that flavor.
What are your choices up there?
Like the main choices that I go to are Dash Vapes. That's where I get a lot of stuff from. That's where I get like my nicotine from and like my VG and PG because I really like that. The place that I'm talking about is called the Broke Vapor.
They got 8 of them.
They have an ELR code. They actually have a pretty good selection of stuff because they have like every Wonder flavor. They have, I don't know, probably like a dozen Mullenberry. And like Dash Vapes doesn't have any of those really. So like they kind of have some stuff that Dash Vapes doesn't have, but Dash Vapes ships for free after $35. So it makes it so simple for me to just order from them because you don't have to like save up money to like blow. Like, you know what I mean? I don't give myself $100, $200 a week on buying vape stuff.
What, you got to eat? What's the problem?
I gotta eat. I got bills to pay, you know. So that's why, like, for me, I kind of like I blew a lot of my money because it was like $200 Canadian to get that stuff from VSO. But
I know
I
there's
want to get
another
that
place.
ice cream.
There's another place up there. The place that bought Real Flavors is in Canada. DIY eliquid.com or .ca or something.
Oh,
They got a lot of.
I didn't
never
know
heard of
Flavors got bought up.
Yeah, Real Flavors sold to got out of the business and sold off, but a Canadian company bought them. And I got some stuff from them a couple months ago. And I know Renvape's just ordered some stuff from them too.
And you said it's called DIY.
If you punch in like Real Flavors, like Real Flavors sugar cookie, it should come up.
And is that with an O or is that with a OU?
I think just the English spelling, not the French spelling.
You mean the American spelling, not the
Yeah.
world spelling?
Right. Not the French one or whatever. Flavor.
Flavor.
We got a good question from an advocate for liberty. Everyone's most used flavorings. Serious question. Mitch, which one you use the most?
Sorry, I was responding to a message. What was that?
He's doing business over there.
Your most used flavoring.
My
Go
most
with that.
used flavoring?
Yeah.
Well, Capella Super Sweets and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. That's interesting. I don't know. In my cheesecake and in the black and blue milkshake, both of those have sweet cream. Both the lemonades have the Liquid Barn pink lemonade. I don't know, man. That's kind of the only thing that's in everything is super sweet.
Hey Chris, Cloud King Cody put a DIY.
Yeah, I just found it. I found it like right before, and I looked down the chat and he put
Thanks,
it in.
Cody. That's it.
Yeah, DIY-ejuice.com.
Yeah.
They have a lot of flavorings.
All right, I'm gonna keep that tab open to go along with my dozen other tabs. Hear
Damn
that?
it, ramen noodles again. Damn it.
For real. Like whatever's in the deep freeze better last me a couple weeks, because that's what it's gonna be.
Well, you probably got a couple uncles with some venison in the freezer or something, right?
You know what? I don't eat that kind of meat.
Okay.
I'm not a wild game guy.
Got it.
I grew up in a house, Addy, where my mother, she would make casseroles and like a pot roast every weekend. You know what I mean? Like that's like how I grew up. Like a meat, a starch, a vegetable.
Yeah.
That's every meal, like pure. I don't even know what that would be considered. It's definitely maybe
an apple pie for dessert sometimes.
Yeah, if I was lucky.
Yeah.
Well, venison pot roast is quite delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Like, this is the thing. I'm not saying that those things are terrible, and I'm also not saying that I would never try them, but I probably will never try them.
Like venison tenderloin is amazing. It's amazing.
Extra.
I tried bison burgers once, and I was like instantly regretting the decision to accept the bison burger. Yeah, it was just. I'm a textures guy, Addy.
That's
so like
right.
different textures, they fucking ruin shit.
It does have a different texture.
So like when you're used to something for so long, and then you try to switch it up, it's hard for me to do that.
I agree. Yeah.
For me, I just found it overrated with the bison burgers. I don't know.
What's one wild game that you might not even realize that it was what it really is a couple years back, I had Cougar for the first time. Ooh. And I seriously, the backstrap off the Cougar tasted like a pork tenderloin.
No, just
that's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. Like it looked like it too. Like it's got that kind of more pinkish look to the meat. That was probably the most disgusting animal I've ever had to skin out. The smell. Predators already smell bad. Like a bear is pretty gross, and it also looks like a dead human hanging there when it's skinned. But that Cougar smelled so bad. I had that smell in my nose for like 3 days afterwards.
Oh, gross. Were you scratching the furniture and stuff?
Basically.
So I think for me, I don't know, Advocate, I've used probably more one-on-one cornbread than anything else probably mixing in my years. It's just a nice medium dense bread. There's hardly any corn in it at all, but it's just a wonderful bread or like a muffin additive. It goes great with white cake, yellow cake, angel cake.
Yeah.
I use a lot of Liquid Barn ice cream too. That's probably my second used one. Because you can just make a 2-recipe banger with Liquid Barn ice cream and your favorite fruit and go out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember looking at like recently I've had this thought that I need to start trying other people's mixes, because it's like, if they made that mix, they probably thought it was pretty decent, and you get the ideas of their style, but not only that, you might get to try things that you wouldn't have thought of yourself. So I saw
Be back
the
in a
First
minute.
Show 3 had a fucking shake and vape custard, and it was like Liquid Barn, a vanilla ice cream, something, and 2 other ingredients. And the other 2 ingredients I already had. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, man, I just need this Liquid Barn ice cream, because like that would solve my problem of having to mix like a month in advance of like a nice custard, because it literally says in the title like shake and vape. So at that point I was like, I need to get this Liquid Burn ice cream. But then not only that, like I said, like, you know, if you watch a DIY show, there's lots of people that just, that's like their go-to.
Mm-hmm.
And as for go-tos for myself, it'd probably be just Capella custard, like the original, like the V1. I love that flavor.
Yep.
Like it's in a lot of mixes that I mix up. If I'm just trying to like mess around with stuff, I'll use it a lot. Like I've went through hundreds of milliliters of just that one flavor.
Yeah. Have you tried the TFAV custard too?
Yeah. I actually really do like that as well.
Yeah, that's good.
I can't remember, you were talking about it, that you just picked it up. I can't remember when it was. And I ordered it not that long after. And I've already gone through a 60 mil of it. I ordered 260s of it.
Yeah, it's yummy.
I do definitely like it.
Yeah. Well, for me, I use a lot of sweet guava, Capella sweet guava. I use a lot of butterscotch ripple. It's just the Capella sweet guava adds so much to fruits. It's just a juiciness, just kind of rounds everything out, you know. And the butterscotch ripple, it adds such a deepness to things. I use it a lot. It's actually in my root beer.
Yeah.
You know, so so I might be the only person that put cheesecake and butterscotch ripple in the root beer. You know, that's what's in Kick It Root Down. So, and then I think thirdly, I'm like Chris, but I use the Capella V2, vanilla custard V2 a lot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It works good as a main body, you know, like a main custard body, and it also adds a good richness to just about anything that you want to have it smooth and creamy. You know, I really dig it. It's a brighter custard. It's not as deep, so you don't really get that that heaviness from it. It's really versatile. And
it's funny, you know, when you mentioned root beer, I do not like wintergreen one bit, but I love root beer. It's just so bizarre.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like the Flavor root beer. You know, it just has that real spicy note.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
without having so much wintergreen. You know,
yeah,
it's great.
I have told a few people that, like, for something bright and like summery, like lemonades and stuff, the Liquid Barn pink lemonade, I call it a cheat code. And then for the desserty stuff, of that Liquid Barn vanilla ice cream, I think those are probably my 2 favorites from Liquid Barn. It's the best pink lemonade that I've found. Capella's not bad, but it's very floral. The Liquid Barn's is very, very realistic. Yeah, because like in the beginning when I first got into DIY, like Liquid Barn was my go-to. Like that, like their flavor line was like where I started.
I was gonna say you probably got the Liquid Barn DIY starter kit, right?
No, surprisingly I didn't. I thought it was too expensive for what it was.
I would just kind of figure, oh, you probably got the kit from there, so you just grab some of their flavorings.
Well, my first stuff was Wayne's One Shots. I mean, Watermelon was the first thing that I tried. You know, and the basis.
What's funny is I have all the stuff, and if I have the time, I make Watermelon just with everything that goes into it. But I still I have a 60 mil somewhere in here. Yeah, a 60 of it already made, just in case I want to just shake and vape, and just
Yeah.
want to just throw it. You know, if I only got 2 seconds to mix up a bottle of something,
Yeah.
it's there and I got it.
Watermelon with some marshmallow. That kills that throat, that throatiness of it. That's how that was how I started mixing. It's like, oh, this is a little harsh, and then I read somewhere that marshmallow kind of knocks some, kind of rounds things out. A little marshmallow in there, yeah, done. So, what
Alrighty.
about you, Clown?
Uh,
What's your
for me, yeah, it's a custard V2, Bavarian cream, and the Capella's Graham V2. Those are like, because I float more towards like all the like bakeries and stuff, so those tend to be staples for me for sure. But with all this that we've been doing, I've been exploring wildly outside my comfort zone, which I'm okay with.
yeah, yeah.
But
Is it the wifey behind you?
yeah,
That sounds Linda?
she's just watching TV and stuff. But so yeah, we are past over our time, and I need to start getting ready for work and all that. So you guys want to do your sign offs and all that? Addy, you want to go first? Promote anything you're up to and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah, just PMTA is up tomorrow. It's not like everything's gonna disappear. Let's not create a massive shortage out there, but
Don't buy all the toilet paper.
I dropped some links out there, and Casa still has that call to action, and there's another one for vape mail, and yeah, I mean, tweet, call the White House, and tell Trump, don't devastate the vaping industry. It saved your life, and that's about all I got. I had a blast night. Thanks for having me. It's good to hang out with you guys.
Yeah, happy you were able to come on.
Oh yeah.
I'll just go ahead. Short and sweet. You guys know where to find me: the Instagram, the Twitter at Sifumustache. Thanks again for joining us. Thanks, Addy, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
It was a great time. Great time.
It feels
I'll
weird.
go
I
next.
should be
I'll
posting
go
links.
I'll go next.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say the same thing. Thank you very much, Eddie. Appreciate you coming on. It was fun. I kind of wish that I had done one of those like home run hits with my mix tonight, and I would have just said that it was because you were here and literally like passed your greatness through to me. But I'm not saying that this is terrible. I'm just saying it's not the greatest. If you guys want to check me out, you can check me out on Friday nights on Janklin Vaper's YouTube channel for the Green Room. It's at the same time that this show starts, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, if you want to just check out anything to do with the Green Room or the Shed Time Podcast, you can go to shedtimepodcast.com, because my boy Sean has been just killing it every day. Like I just like reload the page and I check it out, and he's like always got something going on. He's always adding new stuff whenever we put up a new episode, which is Sunday nights. There's always like little clips that he'll put on there. It's a cool place to go. There's also like a shit ton of coupon codes for like some of our sponsors, so it's a great place to go to get just information in general about the shows, but also to save yourself a little bit of money. Other than that, go check us out on SoundCloud. Follow us there. You do not have to listen to the podcast on there. Just go there to follow, because there's a killer giveaway that's just consistently getting bigger and bigger. So yeah, just go check that out. And that's all my plugs. So I'm gonna pass it off to Mitch.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm in like way too many Discords, so you can find me in one of those too. Yeah. Any questions about the liquids I make, or basically anything? I've had a pretty cool. I've actually had quite a few people from our community messaging me recently about like recovery and stuff. So I'm always here. Like that's one way that I keep my recovery on track is helping people that are struggling. So
That's awesome. Hey, you think one day we'll get a garage tour?
Hey, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not much to it.
I
It's
told
only
him
about
he needs to
10
do
by
a,
20.
he needs to do a show called From Mitch's Garage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks, thanks, Addy, for coming on. Seriously, like
Oh, thanks for having me.
you're. And by the way, even though Clown said you were our first guest, you technically weren't. My daughter was in our first episode.
That's right.
She has that crown.
As I said, first mixing guest.
Yeah, absolutely. First mixing guest. You can have that crown, sir.
She was so patient that night. She was so patient with you.
Yeah. But yeah, great show, fellas, and I'll see you guys next week.
Awesome. All right. Yes, for me, as always, just be on the lookout for my review videos. I know I haven't posted in almost a month, probably. Just working. I mean, even today I got up like stupid late and all that. And but yeah, if you guys are interested in juice coils or any of that jazz, just hit me up on any of the social media stuff that I got going on. And then just come hang out with us on Mondays, vaping with the Ohmies. You know, always a good time. And I don't even know what we have planned for next week because I don't think we fully discussed it, but it should be a good show either way. It'll be fun and all that. And yeah, so thank you guys for joining us. And as always, vape on, mix on. I missed the Sifu spin.
Ah.
Yeah.